Hi Flosstube. As you can hear, I'm sick again. This may end up being a really quick video if my voice was completely out. It also might end up being a quick video because I'm home with the kids. I was forced to change my schedule at work. So my new hours are now 8 to 4:30. I do not have an afternoon to get home and spend that hour on my own before the kids come home. So I might have to switch to film. I'm going to try switching to doing my videos on Wednesday evening when my husband is away gaming and I've got the kids. I can get them in bed. As long as they're settled, I can jump out here. So I'm going to go kind of quick tonight because I know my voice is going, and this is the first time I'm trying it with the kids. I just want to make sure everything works out. So it's been a couple weeks since I did my last video. I gave away all of my Christmas gifts. Everybody loved them. I was so excited that everybody enjoyed them. Everybody at work was hanging them outside of their office and checking everybody's out and sharing them. So it was nice to know that everybody enjoyed them so much. There were a few ornaments that I finished after my last video that I didn't get to show you in video. I do have photos. I'm also going to try my hand at editing. I've never edited a video before, but I'm going to try to insert those photos here. If they don't show up, sorry. I'm also going to try to do, at the end, I made a couple of picture collages of all of my finishes from 2017, so I'm going to try to put that at the end of the video. We'll see how it works out. I'm not super familiar with this iPad yet. I know that you can edit a little bit in YouTube. I don't know how it works. We'll see. So my finishes were those ornaments. Then I also managed to squeak out this finish in 2017. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong side today because I somehow managed to put my iPad the opposite way from normal. So this is a Bent Creek Easter. You can see I used an opal fabric. It's got a nice shine. So I'll frame that, or I don't know, maybe I'll do a flat fold and do that so I can display it for Easter. My other big finish, I know I shared it in a couple of different groups on Facebook, so you may have already seen it. I also shared it on Instagram because I'm now using Instagram for the first time. On Instagram, you can find me on Upton Stitches, UPTON Stitches. But here is Renaissance Mermaid. I tried so hard to squeak this out as my last finish for 2017. It didn't work. I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning for 3 nights in a row on the weekend and ended up still having to finish the last little bit of beading on New Year's Day. But she's gorgeous. I love her. I apologize if that didn't focus well. I, just held it up in front of the camera. So pictures and video do not do this justice. The sparkle, it's just amazing. Kind of sad to see it go, but that's okay. I knew that I was stitching it for the shop, and I'll get to see her all the time. So that's going back with me to work tomorrow night. I really wanted to make sure that I had a chance to film this episode, this week's Flosstube video before that went back. So those are my finishes. Couple of whips. I started my daughter's ornament for this year. Or, well, now last year, I guess, since we're in 2018. Happy New Year. She was obsessed with Batman this year. She had a Batman shirt that she wore everywhere. She was so excited because my mom got her a Batman shirt for Christmas. I found this pattern on Etsy. So this is going to be her Christmas ornament. I let her actually pick out the color that it's obviously black, but I let her pick out the other color. She chose this pink and purple, hand-dyed by Mo's Sale, Kingston. And I just found, you know, scrap of fabric. So here's my start. I think it's going to be super cute. So that little bit of pink and purple is just going to, it really is my daughter. She loves pink and purple and Batman. So still haven't decided what I'm doing for my son yet. Possibly a bowling ball and bowling pins, because he's doing so well with bowling this year. Then I pulled out, I guess I only had the 3. I pulled out Little House Needleworks. I purchased these a while ago. Little House Needleworks Believe, Dream, and Hope. And what I'm doing, I altered this pattern. I'm taking the words off of all of them. I moved the girl up, cut off her feet, took 3 rows out of her, you know, a couple of rows out of her skirt and 1 row out of her bodice. And I'm going to move her up so she's at the top. I'm using this as my daughter's birth sampler, and since she's almost 3 years old, I better work on it. So I'm doing it long, so it'll be like bell pull style. And underneath the princess, I'm going to put her name. Underneath the carriage, her date of birth, and then underneath the castle, I will put her weight and length and everything. So, and these were the Little House patterns that actually come with the silk floss and everything. So, I am using a hand-dyed fabric by Stephanie. I can't think of the color off the top of my head, and I don't know where the tag is. But it's a bright pink, there's some purple, there's some yellow. So this is how far I am. I still have to finish her arm, but I had the blue and the green done to about here. So I have added all of the blue in the skirt, I've added the purple, I brought this down around from here, and I brought this down around from here, and that was all done last night. It's a pretty quick stitch. I don't know why I put it away for so long, to be honest. So I'm hoping that's in my goal of finishes for 2018. Since I was home from work again yesterday, I had absolutely no voice yesterday. I decided I needed a new start for 2018. And if you remember, 2018 is supposed to be my year of magazine stitching, because I have so many magazines with just 1 or 2 charts that I want to stitch. I'm going to get them done, and I'm going to get those magazines out of here. So I chose my first one yesterday, and I couldn't believe how hard of a time I had picking one. I just couldn't settle on anything. I think it's because I finished that mermaid, and I just had so much that I've been doing lately. I just couldn't focus, or I don't know. But I ended up pulling out, this is a World of Cross Stitch. I do not see a date anywhere, but it's the World of Cross Stitch. Pattern is Bursting with Color. So that's what I pulled out. And here is, oops, get that out of the way. Here's my start, and that is from working on it yesterday all day. Well, you know, while I was on the couch. And then I actually did the back stitching of the wings on my breaks at work today. So the butterfly is completely done. There's no more back stitching in this piece, so I can just move into those flowers. I think it'll go pretty quick. I'm sorry, guys. The fabric was a piece I had in my stash. I do not know the company or dyer or whatever, but it was a 32 count. It's an even weave, and the color name was Whimsy. But it's a really nice purple. Complements it well. I have quite a bit of stash. Haul. This is going to, hopefully be the end of my major hauling. I am going to try very hard to stick to the Stitch from Stash this year. I kind of think I'm at a place where I'm ready to get more done than I bring in. So, I do still have, I have my fabric of the month from Hand Dyed by Stephanie, as well as the hand dyed fabric and the hand dyed floss from Color and Cotton. So those will still remain. Oh, and the Circle of Friends from Silver Needle. So those will all stay in place. They will not count against the budget because they were already signed up for. Outside of that, I'm really going to try to stick to it. So I do also have, I'm waiting on some packages. I ordered at the end of December. ABC Stitchery. Somebody on Stitchmania enabled me. I saw that they had a lot of fabrics on sale. Picture This Plus fabrics on sale. Pretty good variety of stuff. And they were, I got everything like 35 to 45% off. I spent a lot. But I also got money for Christmas. I used all of my money from Christmas and, well, and a little bit extra, because on top of buying the fabrics that I'm waiting on, so I will show them when I get them, but they were purchased before Stitch from Stash. On top of that, I was also enabled on Stitchmania. Somebody alerted us to an Etsy shop that was going to be closing, and I'm struggling to remember the name, but it was I'm going to try to find it quick, guys, because it goes through, I think, through the end of January. It was a magazine, The Gift of Stitching, Cross Stitch Magazine. There were 72 issues. At one point, the gal had CDs with all 72 issues. She was selling them for $100. She ran out of CDs, but she marked down all of the digital, the PDF files of each magazine to $1.50. So I bought them all. Ended up being the same price as the CD, and honestly, I had favorited that CD 6 months ago with all intentions of buying it. I have flipped through some of it, not nearly all of it. I need to download them all and go through, but I know I have already found a bunch of patterns I want to stitch. One of them is actually going to be perfect for a piece of fabric that I bought a while ago, and it was the old parchment looking fabric with Oh Holy Night music printed on it. And there was a pattern that I came across when I looked through one of the issues. It was the mother and child, but it also had poinsettias, and I think it's going to be perfect on that fabric. So I need to go through all of those. Outside of that, I picked up these on Stash Unload, a couple of little Halloween full kits. So those are always good to keep on hand for quick projects. Oh, these two. These are the rest of the patterns that I used for ornaments for my coworkers. So all 4 of those were used. Picked up this Santa from Color and Cotton. It was a good price, so I picked that up. I also picked up These colors were on sale. I haven't even like opened them yet. These were the colors that were on sale that I picked up. This is Periwinkle. This is Lullaby. Pretty similar, but a little bit different. This is Putt Putt. This is Wood Nymph. That's a really nice green. This is Twig. And this is Pumpkin. So I picked up those just to get started. I'm really excited because these are, you know, the overdyes that are more single tone. Or single color, but, you know, different tones. So I'm excited to try those out, start swapping them in some of my patterns. I also got my first Floss of the Month package. This was for November. So we have chiffon, a little bit more pink than is showing in the screen. Powder Room, again a little bit more pink and a little bit of like a violet hue in there. Barnwood. Eggplant, looks more blue in real life. And Midnight Blue. Picked up this Pretty Kitties. Love that one with him sticking his paw in the stocking. Picked this up at work. New Nora White Clover. Got the stuff to go with it. I'm so sorry. It's been so long since I did a video, I thought I could stick it out and do this. I had been waiting on these floss from Lowe's sale for a while. They did all come. I'm not going to pull them all out, but a couple of little scraps, 40 count, to add to my collection. This is a nice, it's got some nice modeling in there. It looks more gray-blue. Picked this up on clearance at Joann's, 75% off. Brick Rack, and it's got some shiny red in there, so that'll be perfect for some Christmas finishes next year, ornaments, and a couple packs of cording as well. My fabric of the month for December from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Color is Sugar Plum Fairies. Beautiful. Cannot wait to find something to stitch on this. Really, dog? Don't even. She found her toys and had to go for the squeakers, and she's about to go for the pig that oinks. So I apologize for that noise too. Needle minders. These are from Sandra's Stitch Stash. Cinderella, Elsa. This reminds me of my daughter when she had hair that we first put in a little ponytail. It stuck straight up like that. So little Agnes and a unicorn. And these came in the mail today. These are from Kate Landry. And this was a little freebie. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love those little owls. The otter reminds me of my husband. Otters are his favorite. Oh my gosh. It clearly has been too long since I've done a video because there's so much stuff here. Picked up Cross Stitcher, and this was a decent issue for me. These ornaments. Love those. Oh, that's my other plan for 2018. I'm going to try to do one ornament per month for me so that I have 12 new ornaments for my tree by the end of the year. So that's one of my other stitchy goals for 2017. happened here? The page fell out. Awesome. These cards that I could easily turn into ornaments. So there's the little freebie kit. Also got my issue of World of Cross Stitching. Little freebie, he's cute. I'll be right there, buddy. I didn't know how this was gonna go. Then my World of Cross Stitching. Those are pretty. And I think I could actually stitch those on the perforated paper and trim them around the ornaments. I thought that would look cool. We'll have to see if I can actually do them on the perforated paper. And then this stocking. I really think I want to stitch that for myself. Ethan, honey, I'll be right there. So we will go quick. I'm going to skip that. Skip a couple of these. I got a couple new soda stitch patterns. Cinderella. I want to do Cinderella this year. I got my Circle of Friends from Silver Needle. It's the full kit. Not my usual style, but I think I'm going to give it a go. I pay for it. I might as well stitch it. And I need to kind of step out of my comfort zone. This month they also gave us these hand warmers filled with corn flannel. So I'm excited to try that out. And last is my new Primitive Hair Beauty and the Beast. I did swap colors on this. The colors that it called for, the dress, it just was too orange, really. Oh man, sorry guys, I dropped one. So I did pull different colors. And then I pulled this brown to do the beast. I don't like how he's charted in gray. So I'd like to get that one going soon as well. Since my voice is going and my child's calling me, I'm going to wait until my next video to go over my 2018 goals, plans, ideas, everything like that. I'm really excited. I've already started writing stuff down, so I'll go over that and share it with my next video. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Hope you got to spend time with your friends and families. I hope you got a little bit of stitching in, and I hope everybody got some stitchy gifts. I will hopefully see you next week with a voice, hopefully. Excuse me. Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch, if you are watching, I'm still waiting to hear from you. I have set up Instagram now, so you can reach me on there. I know you're not on Facebook. Instagram, I'm under Upton Stitches. Give me a shout there, and I will get your package shipped out to you. I've also got a couple of other Past the Stash packages that I'm going to have going out as soon as I can get to the post office. So Carrie, that's on the way. Somebody else is getting one. Can't remember, but it was a Biscornu. I found it. It's on its way. So have a great night, guys. Have a great rest of the week. I hope nobody else is as sick as I've been this winter. Happy stitching, happy stashing.